Welcome back to Waco, Texas. In our previous video, we showed you the highlights of Waco and Magnolia Marketplace. In today's video, we'll show you how to get around in Waco, the major highways, roads, and streets, and how to find the places you're looking for in Waco. Come along as we continue to explore Waco, Texas. Waco is located approximately halfway between Dallas-Fort Worth and Austin, along Interstate 35, a major north-south corridor through Texas and the Midwest. Waco is also located along the western side of the triangle that connects Dallas-Fort Worth to San Antonio and Houston via Interstates 35, 10, and 45 in Texas. As we zoom in closer, we see that Waco is also part of a larger central Texas area that includes Temple, Belton, Killeen, Copperas Cove, and my hometown, albeit much smaller, Gatesville. Getting around in Waco and finding the places you're looking for is pretty easy if you understand the relationship between the various streets and highways. Let's start with Interstate 35, which passes through Waco north and south, and makes Waco reachable with drives of a couple hours or less from many of the major population centers of Texas. Much of Waco and many of the attractions visitors will be looking for lie to the west of I-35. Can be accessed by a relatively small number of exits off of I-35. Let's start with the Loop 340 Highway 6 interchange. This interchange and its flyovers on the south side of Waco give access to the Central Texas Marketplace, Legends Crossing, and the Richland Mall for shopping, and many good places to eat, as well as connecting to Highway 84 from the west and Lake Waco beyond. In addition, this is a good way to get to the movie theaters, Topgolf, and Cottonwood Creek Public Golf Course. Loop 340 continues east around Waco, but there are not many things this way for visitors to see. It was busy during the reconstruction of I-35 through Waco, but now that is finished, I-35 is a much better route. To the north along the interstate is the exit for Valley Mills Drive in LaSalle, which is Highway 77. If you're coming from the south, you will exit to the traffic circle and then back across the interstate to Valley Mills Drive. From the north, you can exit directly onto Valley Mills or cross back over to the circle. Magnolia Table is located next to this circle. Valley Mills continues west and is a busy retail area that eventually intersects Franklin Avenue that we will talk about later, and then on to Waco Drive. This busy road containing more retail and places to eat continues to the west until it turns into Lakeshore Drive along Lake Waco. It won't be a quick trip, however, as there are many traffic lights and intersections along the way. Much like Loop 340, there's not a lot along LaSalle except a couple of places to eat, an interesting food truck park, and a back way to Baylor and McLean Stadium. The next exit north is an important one, 17th and 18th Streets. After exiting, 18th Street is a one-way street to the east, and 17th is a one-way to the west. 18th Street will take you to LaSalle, but 17th is a great way to access downtown attractions like Magnolia Market without dealing with the traffic and construction around Baylor at the next exit. By heading west on 17th, most streets to the right will take you directly into downtown. For example, to get to Magnolia Silos, you head west on 17th to Webster and turn right, and after a few blocks you will pass right in front of Magnolia. The larger Franklin Avenue will also take you right into downtown, but we'll talk about that a little later. There's only one exit now at Baylor for the 4th and 5th Streets, as well as University Parks. From the south, this exit comes up quickly after 17th and 18th, and after the I-35 rebuild is very different from the old exits here. Fourth and 5th will take you directly onto the Baylor campus, east of I-35, or into downtown to the west. Continuing on the access road takes you past the Baylor Welcome Center to University Parks, an important road on both the Baylor side and downtown side. Here you will find the Texas Rangers Hall of Fame and Museum, the Texas Sports Hall of Fame, and the Mayburn Museum complex on the Baylor campus. Heading west on University Parks will take you into downtown along the Waco River Walk, past the historic suspension bridge, and eventually on to Cameron Park. Be aware that as I am making this video, there's a lot of construction on University Parks near the new Baylor Foster Pavilion, and it is closed for a few blocks that you will have to detour around. Another good alternative way into downtown is Martin Luther King Boulevard, just on the northeast side of the Brazos. Be careful if you're coming from the south, as this exit is before the river and it crosses the river on its own bridge. The same is actually true for University Parks 4th and 5th if you're coming from the north. The exit is before the river there as well. Martin Luther King takes you along the East River Walk, where you can cross the Brazos at the Washington Avenue Bridge into downtown or continue on toward Cameron Park. The last exit off of I-35 I want to talk about is Lakeshore Drive on the north side of Waco. Lakeshore, as it implies, will eventually take you to Lake Waco, but there are some good places to eat here, like Hyatt Miller's Steakhouse, and turning off of Lakeshore on the Golson Road takes you to Homestead Heritage and Cafe Homestead. This is a good way to reach Steinbeck Bend Road, home to the Waco Mammoth National Monument, and also Hawaiian Falls Water Park is located off of Lake Shore. And Airport Road turns off of Lake Shore and heads to the Waco Regional Airport. If you stay on Lake Shore long enough, you will pass Lake Waco, and after passing by the lake, it will become Valley Mills Drive at its west end. And continuing on Valley Mills would bring you full circle all the way back to I-35. If you're not arriving in Waco on I-35, there's a good chance you're coming in on Highway 84. Highway 84 enters Waco from the west and has seen quite a bit of residential and commercial development along this corridor in recent years. Highway 84 becomes Waco Drive in Waco and eventually intersects I-35 in North Waco before continuing to the northeast. Highway 84 is actually my route into Waco from the west. Downtown Waco is located between Waco Drive, Highway 84, and I-35 on the south banks of the Brazos River. Cameron Park is located to the north and west of Waco Drive along North University Parks, which becomes Cameron Park Drive at Cameron Park, where it winds around the park and its many trails and overlooks. In addition, the Cameron Park Zoo entrance is off of this road. One final road you will want to be aware of is Franklin Avenue. Franklin Avenue begins at the exit off of 84 Waco Drive as it comes from the west just after it passes under the Highway 6 interchange. There are numerous retail stores and restaurants along Franklin, which intersects New Road, Valley Mills Drive, and then continues all the way into downtown Waco. It becomes one way into downtown after 17th Street and is a good way to access many downtown restaurants and attractions that are on or just off of Franklin Avenue. It crosses University Parks Drive and then across the Brazos River before ending at MLK Jr. Boulevard. Waco, Texas is full of attractions, places to shop and eat, and outdoor activities, most of which are located around downtown, Baylor University, or the major streets, roads, and highways we've talked about. Hopefully this has been helpful in locating many of these. Be sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification button so you don't miss our future videos, as we're going to continue to explore the places in and around Waco, Texas. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, would you hit the thumbs up, share it with friends, and leave us a comment to let us know your thoughts? We invite you to join us on our website at findushere.com, as well as on Facebook, Instagram, and Patreon. Meanwhile, check out this video next for more travel fun. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button so you never miss any of our new content. Your subscription is always free, helps us grow the channel, and is always greatly appreciated.